All you ever wanna do is play. So let's play.
Yeah. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke,
Yeah,
real mode.
well, we can hold the peace or we can wage war, but I'm gonna get what I came for. Real gang, that's a true name. We all graduated to the two-door. Sega Global, that's an infrastructure. All y'all niggas like the Titanic. I'm the iceberg, talking no Zucker on the front lines, but we don't panic. Shit getting messy, got nothing to rest in. I'm tired of niggas, they frontin' they blessings. They want my suggestion, but don't want the fee. I'm just doing me, I don't answer their questions. All this flexing, got no one to see. All this aggression, I just want some peace. Not even sure that I like it in heaven. I guess when we get there, then we gon' see. I do not understand, I do not get what you do. You only got one life, but you act like you got two. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown.
You are the king and apology.
You about to see a new side of me, I hope you know. We stand up and watch our enemy go. Empire fall, my legacy grows. I might just hop on this melody flow. All this vision, no clarity though. Y'all play a game that I bear in my soul. Ebony ivory, nobody knows. Business vasectomy, nothing can grow. Everyone promises more than they actually do. We don't deliver on anything other than truth. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. You really have people fooled out here, don't you? When are you peasants gonna learn that you can't pretend to be a king?
This is that one song that you heard so many times, and every time you hear it, you're like, I'm not gonna bump to this song. But then you start catching a vibe. I'm sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know. Yeah. Whoa. East Coast with that gang, gang. You know we don't play games, whoa. Hop up on that wagon, oh please just get out the way. You know we stay stuntin', right up in your face. We sorry, not sorry, we just stuck up in our ways. West Coast gon' ahead stand up, put that glass and hands up. Gang, 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 we famed up. Got that change, we bagged up. Crew love, we stay manned up. Ahem like I'm wheezy, yeah. Rap game just too easy, drip so sick I'm queasy, whoa. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. Yeah. Watch me finesse, walk to the line. Good versus evil, God in his prime. Always in prime, always on time. Our time to shine, wifey is fine. I'm doing fine, glad that you asked. God fill me up, mud in my glass. God clean me up, all that I ask. Wherever you headed there fast. I am ahead, you are in last. Last time I checked, you are all gas. Gas in the whip it up fast. Fast and all furious, I'm starting to spaz. Getting all curious, you put me on blast. Blasting that Darius, kids in the back. Back to the future is black. Black like T'Challa, Wakanda attack. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. It's too early in the morning for this shit. But let's get it. Yeah. Ay, all of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on their chin. Like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green. I'm dropping slappers to hell with an album. Might fuck around and go see Jimmy Fallon. I multiply while you bury your talents. Cause I'm like a hawk when I bury my talents. Guess what I'm saying? I pray on these niggas. There was a day when I'd pray for these niggas. Now I got nothing to say to these niggas. I pray that God does away with these niggas. I keep my friends close, but my enemies closer. My mental is gross, but my verses are kosher. These girls going wild, but I'm not a poacher, so I just keep shining like Elon, I'm solar. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on their chin. Like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green. Gotta make this money, only game I know. I'm the only king, this ain't no Game of Thrones. Everybody wanna be a fucking king until it's time to do what a king does. Everywhere I look, it's just kids and drugs. Everywhere I look, it's just gangs and thugs. Can't tame the guns, can't save our loved ones. I grew my funds and I called the plug. Then I filled my lungs, I don't mess with that new shit. Y'all talking tough, but ain't none of y'all do shit. Y'all chasing money, you want the exposure. Y'all think y'all funny and snake Gucci loafers. I don't give disclaimers, I rap full disclosure. These niggas all think they were born in October. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have stacks on plus stacks when I'm older. Stacks when I'm older. Yeah, stacks when I'm older. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have millions in cash when I'm older. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on their chin. Like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
What are you doing here? Go to the fucking gym. Fuck you.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
What's going on, Beaches, Booshes, Bustas, Hustles, and Yo-Hos? It's your boy Papa Swole back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you as powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all you Beaches. Welcome to the show. Hit the like button, subscribe. We're live on Rumble and YouTube, and of course, Apple Podcasts and Spotify at The Daily Swole. Let's get into today's episode. Thanks for being here. We have an awesome post to kick us off with, and this is from Pam about the main gains, the beard oils, and the body care that we have over at papaswolio.com. Pam says, this bundle is amazing. All three products are such high quality. I have been following Papa's pillar number 2 nutrition, and with main gains, scalp seed, my hair is definitely longer and healthier. Bull cream is the best tallow product also. Morning Meadow smells so good, I won't be without the bundle. Thank you so much, Pam, for the plug, and appreciate the fact that you're enjoying the products. Right now, I'm holding the unscented one, but I love Morning Meadow also. The smell is amazing. Same thing with Main Gain. So if you're interested in taking not just your nutrition, but your hair and your skin to the next level, even your beard, make sure you check out all the stuff we got over there at papaswolio.com. Click on hair and body care and check out Bull Cream, Main Gains, and Scalp Seed. So rock on, Pam. Enjoy the luscious locks. Enjoy. It's legit. It's the real deal. And we still have some awesome specials going on over there at papaswolio.com. So check it all out over there. It's time
Babe,
for
just an inch. It's cold outside.
Today we have a Swole card. It is Swole or Bust. So drop that in the comments down below for a chance to win this Swole card. We got Pinkston Churchill, and we have the Rufus Tainty Man, and he's off his bed as usual. Yep, there you go. Big old pupper paws. So a little shout out to the Swole puppers. We got this first one from the Swole fam crushing it. This one's from Luis, workout 87. You can stop counting, Luis. You can stop counting the workouts. It's all right. It's another day. You don't have to keep counting. Thank you, Michelle, for keeping me accountable during the Daily Swole on this sluggish day. Swole fam, check in. All right, fire. You keep counting to 90 or 100. Keep it up. Nice. I think we joked about it the other day. I don't even know what workout I'm on. I don't know. I don't even know what number that is. Who knows? I got to go back into the archives. Michael says, I'm new to the Swole fam, but not to working out. After a torn rotator cuff and recovery for a year and a half, letting go myself way too much, I got a good gig job at a gym that I go to, and I managed to shed a bunch of weight over the past few months since I decided to just do it. So my question is this: since I already have a set routine, should I add 90-day dash to my routine or just move to something else? Also, it is leg day today. So we've talked about this recently, and I think it's important to touch upon it again. When you're joining the Swole fam, when you're starting one of our programs, they're not designed to be done with other programs. A lot of people think, hey, I'm doing this already. Can I do this in addition? More is not better. You have to do the right things. So you're not going to know what works. You're not going to know how to recover properly. You're not going to understand how to utilize the program if you're doing other confounding types of exercise that are going to potentially interfere with your recovery and your fatigue. So it doesn't mean you can't do cardio. It doesn't mean you can't go for walks. It doesn't mean you can't practice yoga. In fact, we encourage it. It's part of the 90-day dash program. But if you're already doing certain types of training and you're doing a bunch of exercises and you're doing the program, you're not going to know what's working. And the problem with fatigue is that if you fatigue yourself, you're not going to get the benefits of the development. that you're getting from the program because you're doing extra, you're doing more. So you're eating into your recovery. So you can add stuff down the road. You can also increase the volume. You can increase the intensity. And of course, this is a segue into other programs. So make sure you do them as described. And of course, if you have an exercise or some kind of limitation that you need help with, you post up in the community, and myself and the Swole fam, we will help you navigate that. So welcome, Michael. And we wish you good tidings and good fortune with the 90-day dash. And if you have any suggestions and you've done the 90-day dash, make sure you drop down in the comments down below. Nicholas, what a based post this is. This is great. Nicholas says, here's a quick glimpse of the home gym. Wow, this is fantastic. Look at that space. We got the nice garage gym. We got the flags, go to the fucking gym, the quality living center. We got the 7 pillars, and we have the rack. Beautiful, beautiful. Got the rack, got the bench. Got a couple benches here. Got the steppers. Looking good. Looking good. Nice space. Nice space. Nice flags. Although I do declare, I will say, those look like flags. Are those all flags? I don't know if these are tapestries, unless that's a tapestry. Is that a quality lifting center tapestry? I can't tell if that's a tapestry or not. Looks like it might be a flag. Either way, I think it might be a tapestry. In fact, I don't see the little grommets. So that's nice. Looks like a nice tapestry. I'm declaring it a tapestry. That might be a go to the fucking gym tapestry also. I can't tell from the picture. I think that's a 7 pillars flag, but I think those are 2 tapestries. It looks like a castle then. Now it's starting to look a little bit more regal now that I recognize the tapestry nature. So that's fantastic. You have many tapestries. You have multiple tapestries.
This is a castle, isn't it? There are tapestries.
That's nice.
We have many tapestries.
Nice space. Nice home gym. We like that. We like that a lot. All right, fam, let's get into some Rate My Meal. Here we go. It's going to be intense. We don't know what we're going to get.
What's in the box?
All right. We got one from Alexander. We got beef tartare. All right. Some raw beef. Ooh. Beef tartare. Interesting. Interesting. All right. How many of you are liking the tartare, or how many of you eat that? I haven't had that in a long time, but I'm a fan of any type of meat in general. So looks good. Looks good. What we got on there? Let's look at that a little bit. Is that olive oil or something? We got some dressing. We got some stuff on top. We got some stuff inside. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it, but it looks pretty good. Maybe some avocado. Looks a little bit green, but you know, it's from whatever you're eating it with. So respect, enjoy. Probably tasted delicious. David Grayson, I'm sure you're cooking this, but that's a nice old steak right there. Boom. Very nice.
Hi, puppy.
And that's the way, I like it.
Nice.
See on the sunshine.
We'll take it. Lee Hinson, we got some, whoa, what's on this plate? There's a lot of unnecessary lettuce on this plate. Just to say, a lot of shrimp. I'm hungry looking at this because I can feel myself eating the shrimp and being hungry after. Shrimp does not a satisfying meal make, but I do see a burger on that. You can get rid of the big lettuce leaves. You don't need, that's not helping you at all. Maybe a little asparagus. All right. We got a protein core power drink. Yeah, I don't like those kinds of drinks myself, just because of the fillers and the preservatives and the pasteurization. I like my raw dairy, but to each their own. You can have a protein shake. You don't need a protein shake with a meal, though. You don't need to over protein in a meal. There's a weird over protein focus now. Everything, right? Protein cookies, protein chips, everything. If it has protein in it, it doesn't matter if it's ultra processed. It's good for you. Protein doesn't save when you're eating shit. So protein doesn't make a food good by itself. And then we have, I guess, a Diet Coke. People still think, come on, drink some water, get some juice or something like that. But nothing wrong with the beef. And if shrimp floats your boat, nothing wrong with that, I guess. But it's usually farmed shrimp, and it's just a low quality food, in my opinion, my experience. But to each their own. At least you're eating real food, but get yourself some carbs there too. Let me go back to this for a second. Lee, you lifting weights? You're trying to make some gains? Where's the carbs? You need carbs, dude. You need some food. You need some carbohydrates. You're just filling yourself up with you get some meat, this is why you might be hungry. So if you're eating this meal and you have cravings and you need that kind of sweet fix, you need carbohydrates. And you might need some more salt, electrolytes. Just thinking. Just the protein makes me hungry looking at it. I'm looking for something. Where's that base? People need carbs. Many, many, many people, especially if you're doing heavy strength training. All right. Matt Lewis, punch and swipe and go to the fucking gym. Circle game. Oh, you got me. You got me. You got me. You got me. All right. Tim Dixon, we got some sort of burgers and bread, and I'll take the meat and I'll take the bacon. I'll leave the rest, but bully for you. Okay. All right. Rating meals. You know. Eat some beef. Get some real food in there. You don't need all the fillers and the frills. You don't need all the extras. Get that food in. Okay. All right. Anyway, elimination diet will help you navigate those vegetables and what breads work well for you. A lot of people in the Swole fan, myself included, are big fans of sourdough, but you need quality. Most breads are to be avoided. Unfortunately, most ultra-processed dairies to be avoided. You need to make sure you focus on quality. Quality matters, and we know that more than ever now. Quality always has mattered and always will matter. Okay, here we go. Let's get into some questions. Drop your questions in the comments down below. Hashtag AskPapaSwolio. The Jude 12. Papa Swolio, what do you think I could do as a 13-year-old to get ripped? Jesus Christ. You don't need to get ripped. You're probably ripped just by existing because your body hasn't finished developing yet. So you haven't had the opportunity. You need to just lift some weights, eat some food, get some sleep, stay off social media. I mean, you're 13, so everyone's doing the wrong shit at your age. So it's important to look ahead if you really want to build muscle. You can start going to the gym probably if you're allowed to, or training at home. You don't have to push to failure and do crazy shit and take peptides and steroids. And just because you see some 16-year-old influencer, you're young, man. You just got to start lifting. You don't need to get ripped. You're a child. You're a child. Eat real food, lift weights, go play some sports, go outside, learn skills, educate yourself, read books, get quality sleep. Any kind of strength training program, just getting started, getting the feel for it. 13-year-olds worrying about getting ripped. That's not a good sign. We're cooked. Cooked. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. But it's good. It's a good age. It's a good age to start lifting. You just kind of finished, or you're in the middle or the back end of puberty. You're in high school, freshman year. That's like 8th grade, 9th grade. But, man, you don't have to. You just got to start those good habits. You don't need to get ripped, right? You want to build muscle. Again, you want to build muscle. You're not trying to. Getting ripped it doesn't make sense when you don't have any muscle. You want to get ripped. The kid saying he wants to get ripped, that means he wants to build muscle. Trying to get lean and shredded, you're 13. You don't have any muscle to get ripped too. All right, COD addict. COD or COD? This is funny because it says COD addict, which is probably Call of Duty. But then the question is there a substitute for fish? I'm allergic. So it's funny. It says Call of Duty, COD, but if it's COD, the fish, you're an addict to COD, but you're allergic to COD. It's a joke. All right. Is there a substitute for fish? I'm allergic. Eat steak. Eat steak.
Matt Damon.
Okay. Ina Sarasi. Papa Soy, how would Papa deal with heartbreak other than going to the fucking gym? It's just time. It's time. It's improving yourself, reading, going for a walk, getting sun, doing things you enjoy, working on skills, taking care of yourself, investing in yourself. It's just time. Time heals. Time heals all and not everything. So it's just time. You lose a pet or you lose a loved one. It's just time. You learn to find a new normal. You learn to mold yourself and find a new normal around the new landscape. It's really about yourself internally, right? You're the only one that's feeling what you're feeling based on the story and the experiences and the feelings and the emotions that you're having. Meditation really does help. But taking care of yourself is number one. So it's not just, how would I deal with this other than going to the fucking gym? I talked about this on the weekend philosophy. It's everything. That's the foundation of everything, because you're investing in yourself. You're investing in your self-esteem. You're investing in your integrity. You're investing in your discipline. You're investing in who you are as an individual. So it branches out into everything. It's not just going to the fucking gym. It's not other than that. No, that's the foundation for all of this and the 7 pillars. So it does take time. You have to learn that new normal. And remember, this is just going on inside your own head. It really is. So once you understand that you're in control of those things, and how do you control those things? By addressing your needs physically and emotionally and health-wise. Getting sun, man, the benefits of getting some sun. I know it's March and a lot of you are freezing, but this is why I moved to a warm climate so I can get sun. It's just a life changer and it's nature's medicine. So take care of yourself. You'll be distanced from this in the future, and you'll look back and you'll realize it was probably a better decision or a better outcome. Sometimes you meet the right person, it's the wrong time. And usually if you have repeated issues over and over again, well, you're the common denominator. So it's really how you handle these situations and what can you control. You can control what's going on inside your head and the story you're telling yourself. So it really starts with taking care of yourself and time. Journaling is good. A lot of other people, you can have options or drop your thoughts in the comments, just some things that popped into my head when I see the question. So sorry to hear that, but it happens. It's life. Tis life. Tis life. Mark says, don't go back to that person. We don't know the details, of course, but Loretta says, oh dear, it happens. That's life. John says, I was there collecting Marvel comic books at 13, aspiring to look like my favorite characters. That's what I'm saying. That's the time where you want to get big. You want to get muscular. But when you're talking about a 13-year-old getting ripped, again, a lot of people want to, quote, get ripped, but they have nothing to get ripped to. So understand that when you're trying to build muscle and you want to see it, you want to be lean, but you want to be lean because you want to see the muscle underneath. If you don't have muscle, there's nothing to get lean and get ripped to. You don't want to look like you just got to have a concentration camp. You want to look muscular. So you have to lift weights. A lot of times people are skinny and they want to get cut and they shred and they lose even more weight and they get skinny and they just look emaciated and they have no muscle mass. So you need to build muscle. Build muscle. It will solve the problems. I'm telling you, build muscle, because all the discipline, all the things and all the benefits and your hormones and your quality of sleep and your mental health from building muscle, it's so important. Helps you metabolize foods better. Everything is better when you build more muscle. You don't have to be a pro bodybuilder, but building muscle and strength training is very important. Very important. And you can go for walks. Going for walks is great, but that's not building you muscle. You want to do strength training and you want to go outside and walk in nature. And when you go for walks, don't be glued to your phone. Leave your phone at home or put it in airplane mode, turn it off, bring it with you, but don't be glued to that. Look around, walk your dog, walk by yourself, and just think. Allow yourself to decompress. Okay, Derek DeMartini. Papa Swole, how often should I work out legs? That depends on the intensity, it really depends on how quickly you want to train legs or how often you want to train legs. So how often? It's really up to you. You could train it 3 times a week. You could train legs twice a week. You don't have to do every body part the same volume. You could do one leg workout that's more glute and hamstring biased and another workout that's more quad biased, or one that's a little bit more of maybe a squat pattern workout, another one that's more of a hinge type workout. So you don't have to do tons of sets. You don't have to do like 15 sets. When people think of leg days, if they already do too much volume and I say twice a week, oh my God, I can't even recover. Well, if you're doing 20 sets of legs on one day, no, you're not gonna be able to recover for a week or so. But if you're doing 5, 6 sets, maybe 7 sets, and you're spreading it around the legs, depending on the exercise, you could train that in 3 or 4 days or 2 days. It depends. So I think you should be training every body part on average about twice a week. Some body parts might be able to handle 2 or 3 times a week more regularly, and you like that flow better for certain body parts. Other ones, maybe 2 is the higher limit with lower volume, which is fine. Maybe 1 or 2 sets twice a week is all you need. That's like the bare minimum. So you can go from there. I always say, especially with Maximum Swole, you do less and then you increase as you need it, right? Do 2 sets of legs. If you're never trained legs twice in a week before, in one workout, only train certain body parts of your legs, train them with 2 sets. And then in maybe Monday, Thursday or Monday, Friday, then do it again and see how you like that kind of volume. And over time, maybe you want to add a set here and there. Maybe you want to reduce a set. Maybe you want to change an exercise. One of the other things when people talk about leg workouts and any workouts in general is most people don't understand kinesiology. So they don't understand the crossover. They don't understand the redundancy. So they might not think they're doing a lot of volume, but then they're like, I'm still too sore. I can't train them again in a couple days. But then they're doing they're doing leg press, they're doing squats, they're doing RDLs, they're doing lunges. Like they're doing the same exercise over and over again. So they're not really doing, I did 2 sets of this and then 2 sets of that and then 2 sets of this. But you really did 8 sets for glutes or 8 sets for quads. You just kind of did different exercises. So if you actually do it properly and you're literally hitting certain areas, and if you're doing a compound exercise like a hip hinge, you're hitting your glutes. If your legs are straight, you're hitting your hamstrings, you're getting some adductors a little bit. That maybe you should avoid other movements that will hit the same areas, and you could do other ones in the next workout. So it's really important to understand redundancy. That's one of the most important things with programming. is understanding which moves hit what body parts, and then understanding that you don't need to isolate afterwards all the time. You don't need to do anything else will be extra because you are hitting them. If you're doing a leg press, for example, if you have a quad focused, you're getting some adductors, you're getting some glutes, and you're getting some quads, depending on where you put your feet. You put your feet higher, you're getting more glutes and adductors. And if you put your feet lower, you're getting more quads. Same thing with the hack squat, right? You put your feet higher, you're getting more adductors and glutes. You put your feet lower, you're getting more quads. So what are you biasing? Even if you're biasing something with a compound movement, you're hitting other body parts there. So keep that in mind with the volume and the isolation with other things. And then you can actually get more frequency. The frequency matters. And I always say this too, with legs, because the loads are so great and because it's so taxing on the nervous system, people think that they have to obliterate their legs and do 20 sets and beat them into submission. It takes longer to recover, more taxing on your nervous system. You don't. The loads are so much greater. You have to understand the fatigue that it incurs. So train them hard, use the loads, push hard, but don't do a ton of volume and then hit them again with that heavy load, with that intensity in a couple days. So you recover faster. And then you're going around your workout. You're going around your life. You're moving around your life and you're like, who wants to have a trouble time sitting down? I've done that. And still I get sore and it's like, oh, I get down, but I'm not crippled to the point where I can't move. And if that's the case, it's affecting a lot of things in your life. It's affecting your body systemically. It's affecting the muscles locally, the tendons, the ligaments. This is why a lot of times people get injuries over time, or they break down, or they really feel fatigued and wiped out because they're beating the shit out of certain body parts and it affects other workouts. So if you train so hard for legs on Monday and you crush your legs, right? You crush your legs to the point where you're so fucked up, you can't train them for another week. You train them on Monday, you're not training them till next Monday. You know that. If your legs are so sore you can barely move, how are you going to train on Tuesday? Your workout on Tuesday is going to be fucked because of how hard you trained on Monday. You train on Wednesday, you're not completely recovered. Your legs are sore as shit. That's negatively affecting, no matter what you say, it's affecting, how about instead of negatively, it's affecting your upper body workout on Wednesday or on Thursday. It is, because your body is still recovering. Even if it's locally in your legs, it's still the same system. So you have to keep that in mind. Okay? Got to keep that in mind. Think about it. Everyone's different. Grunge 90s music. Take the dog running with you sometimes. There you go. Any other comments? Let's see. Wu Tuan. I'm impressed by your consistency and discipline. It's insane. Why, thank you. Appreciate it. Aww. Yeah, we're here every day and we make sick fucking gains and we hope you to make sick fucking gains as well. Grunge says a music playlist actually helps me zone out better. Music is good. Everyone has their own things that will get them lit up. So it's a good question about legs. And all right, let's see. We got 2 more topics and then any other live questions. You guys have any other thoughts? Drop them in the comments. All right, we got this one. All the sun. All the sun. Give me all the sun. I can definitely use some. We have a lot of sun going on right now. How do you keep your outdoor equipment from getting trashed by the weather? Well, it depends on what you mean by trashed. I don't mind a little surface rust. I don't care. So on my Smith machine, if the big posts on the side, all my equipment's generally older commercial equipment. So it's like a Body Masters. I don't know if any of you have ever used the old school Body Masters Smith machine. I mean, this thing's a fucking tank. So a little surface rust on some of the metal, it doesn't do anything to the equipment. I know a lot of people will be super paranoid and they have to have everything looking like 100% mint. I like my outdoor dungeon gym. So I don't mind a little surface rust on some of the metal. It does nothing to negatively affect the quality. I just keep all the joints and the moving parts lubricated. So I use, marine grease, or I'll use silicone for the rods if there's a weight stack on it, and I just clean it, and I'm okay with a little bit of surface, I don't want to say mold, but mildew, stuff where maybe the pads get a little bit weathered and they start looking a little discolored, or, I clean them off and I use essential oils and stuff to spray on them. But I keep all the moving parts lubricated so they're functional. I don't mind a little rust, totally fine. But I keep all the important things lubed and stuff like that. And of course, when it comes to this kind of machines, if there's ever a belt or a cable that breaks or something like that, or I need to replace, those are easy and those are cheap. You just unscrew it. You can replace bolts, you can replace bearings if I need to. And I could always refinish them in the future if I ever wanted to take it apart and get it redone or repaint it. I could always do that. So I'm not worried. As long as it works and it functions, then it works and it functions and I'm cool with it. But also, especially down in Florida, the most important thing is really not so much the rain, surprisingly. Of course, if you have pads and stuff, it rains, but then it's hot and it's dry and then it dries out. The only thing that I would say that's been the most important thing is to get out of the sun, because the sun down here in Florida is so brutal, and the UV is what really will damage and cause rust and all this kind of shit. So I have some of them covered, and then if it rains and pours a lot, I'll take off the covering so the, microclimate, so like the moisture doesn't get trapped under the covers, and I'll pull them off and then I'll put them back on. They're covered over the top, but the rain comes in the side. So I generally will leave a cover just so if any, sun hits it and stuff. And then I use them. I just make sure I use them regularly and I rotate through the machines and, take care of it. So, I mean, if you're afraid of rust, then yeah, keeping any kind of metal and stuff outside, like you can spray it and you can really stay on top of it. But, it's really just a losing battle. So just keep in mind, make sure it's functional, make sure all the moving parts, every time there's metal on metal, make sure you keep them lubricated and use them and enjoy them. All right. All right, Santer 77. So I'm not sure exactly what equipment you're referring to. Maybe you're referring to like my weight stacks and equipment. But of course, if you're trying to keep an outdoor gym and you're like, I don't want it to rust or look bad or anything, it's like, well, I'm not trying to do a beauty contest. My stuff's just on the ground, like the grass is dead, and it's just like kind of like hay or straw. All the grass has died and it's like dirt, but it drains super fast. It's great. If I put flooring, for example, if I put kind of flooring or matting down, I put gravel and then I put rubber matting on there, it's going to get rained on. It'll actually be worse. So if I put the mats down and like rain's coming in on the side, it'll just pool up in the middle of the gym. So I didn't want to put any kind of matting that was going to catch water, because then the machines will just be sitting in water and I'll just get pools and we'll get tons of mosquitoes. So if there's rain and it pours and like the yard, everything like quote unquote floods, it doesn't really flood, but it drains like immediately. So we have very sandy soil. So it's really good whenever there's rain, it just disappears right away. So anyway, most machines, and of course, if you get crappy equipment, you might have pulleys that get stuck or pulleys that get, gummed up if it's not good quality. But if you're using commercial grade equipment, it's not meant to necessarily be outside. It's not designed for that, but it's heavy steel and metal, and these things can handle a beating, especially if you keep it lubricated and just covered and general maintenance. It'll last a long time. And I've had it out there for 3 years already. And yeah, there's some rust and stuff, but they work great. Totally fine. I love it. I like my outdoor dungeon gym. The fucking gym is great. Elizabeth says, since I'm staying in my house, I might convert an area of a large workshop into a home gym. Good for you. Good choice. Santer 77. Last question from Instagram. If you have any other live ones, drop in the comments. Heavy, less reps. People still ask these questions. Heavy, less reps versus light, more reps. Heavy, less reps. And I don't really know what you consider less reps. I would keep it to 5 to 12. I'll expand it. Instead of 4 to 8, I'll say anywhere between like 4 or 5 reps up to, 10 or 12. Anything more than that, you're getting more like high reps. So heavy weight, less reps is always going to manage your fatigue better. It's great for your tendons. It's great for your strength. And the whole point is if the most important reps are the few reps close to failure, 4, 5, 6 reps, then if you're doing 20 rep sets and the 20th rep, let's just say theoretically you do 20 and you could not do 21. Okay. So you did 20 reps, and let's say literally the 5 reps, 15 to 20 are the most important, because you get, 15, 16, and then you do it again, 17, it burns like fucking crazy, 18. Okay. I'd rather do 4, 5. I'd rather do 8 reps and be done than do 12 more reps just to get to that sweet spot. Now, certain ones you might like, certain exercise, you might like higher reps, but I generally like heavier weight, lower reps. The difference and the most important thing is the proximity to failure. So you're getting within a rep or two of failure, up to and including, is the most important for stimulus. So it's more fatiguing to do more reps. So if you're doing let's say you're doing 10 sets for a workout. All right. Let's say you're doing 10 sets for a workout and you're doing 20 reps for each set. Okay. So what is that? 200 reps. Then let's say you're doing 10 sets for 10 reps. That's 100 reps. So if you do 10 reps instead of 20 reps, you're saving 100 reps for a workout. That's 100 reps. And you're not doing zero weight. So for different exercises, you're doing 10 reps, 15 reps before you even get to the sweet spot. Right? I think you farted a little bit. It's gross. Stinky. You're a stinky man. All right, fam. Hashtag swole or bust. Drop that in the comments. Swole or bust. Drop it in the chat. Good question, I guess. All right. Any other questions with training? Any other questions with nutrition? Anything? Drop in the comments down below. Going once, going twice. Going balls deep.
That's deep.
All right. Let's see what we got here. What's this one? Ooh, this one's called Abby Hating. It's an Abby video. So there's a lot on this screen. There's a lot of text. So you kind of have to watch this. I'm just going to play it because there's a lot of, I don't know if it's a stitch. A lot of stuff going on here. Let's check this out.
Here's everything I ate to heal my skin from cystic acne, psoriasis, and eczema.
Oh no, the raw butter bites.
Lots of butter, ground beef, tons of ground beef and eggs, fatty meat like flank and short ribs, ribeyes, and more butter.
As if the carnivore diet wasn't restrictive enough, this creator has managed to whittle her diet down to just 3 foods. Beef.
Oh no, beef, eggs, and butter?
Eggs and butter.
Oh no, beef, eggs, and butter. Oh no, how could you do it? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, beef, eggs, and butter. Oh man, what are we going to do with all that heart disease? That's awful. Oh no. How are you going to live with beef, eggs, and butter? That's so brutal. Sounds awesome to me. If that's all that you're eating, that's totally filling. And it'll work fantastic for you, in fact, actually.
I already talked about why this carnivore diet is a no-go in the video linked below, but let's talk specifically about it curing her acne. So diet and acne are highly individualized.
And highly correlated. Extremely highly correlated. Trust me, I know. It's your sleep, it's your nutrition. It's absolutely highly individualized and highly correlated. Yeah, it's just individualized. It has nothing to do with the fucking foods you're putting in your body. It has nothing to do with where your body is getting all its nutrition from. It's just individualized.
We do know that there are some common foods that are more likely to be triggers, namely high glycemic index carbs and sugar and dairy. Sugar triggers insulin, which increases IGF-1, which stimulates oil production and in turn can clog pores. Dairy can also stimulate the production of IGF-1. Now, butter is obviously a dairy product, but it's much lower in carbohydrates than milk or yogurt, so it's actually been associated with a reduced IGF-1. So if you suffer from acne, should you be snacking on butter sticks?
You can. You can. Kids love that shit for a reason. It's great for your brain. You don't have to eat butter sticks, though. Okay.
No. The reason why this diet resulted in her
Ooh, she's so edgy. She bleeped it out, too. So edgy.
acne clearing up is solely because she cut out all carbs and sugar. But in
This chick is so fucking retarded. She can't even see how retarded her videos are before she posts them. Yeah. The reason why this diet resulted in her acne clearing up is solely because she cut out all carbs and sugar. No shit. No shit. Wow. So the foods that you eat do matter.
loud noises and sugar. But in doing so, she also removed a lot of important nutrients for supporting healthy skin. So
like what? Like eating ground beef, which is great for collagen? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Tons of delicious, healthy fats and collagen? Yeah, it's terrible for your skin. Terrible. It's just terrible, terrible, terrible.
research suggests that incorporating more low GI carbs, omega-3 fats, antioxidants, and vitamin D into your diet can all help to reduce the risk of acne.
Cool. You get great omega-3s from grass-fed and finished beef, and you go outside and get some sunlight. Boom. She's not that intelligent.
Words, a Mediterranean-style diet rich in beans, legumes, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and fatty fish is...
What? Why is she obsessed with beans? Why is she obsessed with legumes? What's with this? We're still doing this Mediterranean diet bullshit?
risk of acne. In other words, a Mediterranean-style diet rich in beans, legumes, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and fatty fish is really the ultimate way to go to reduce symptoms while not putting you at risk of other deficiencies.
She'll have no deficiencies from eating what she was eating, by the way.
But yeah, once again, this is a no. Next.
Okay. Not smart. I mean, I'm not saying eat sticks of butter, but yeah, obviously, you know, the only reason that she cleared up her acne, yeah, it's because she's not eating ultra processed seed oils that Abby always promotes. She promotes seed oils. She promotes ultra processed foods. So don't listen to her. She does not know what she's talking about. She's a grifter, and she will say whatever the Canadian government, I don't know, pays her for. Like, that's just complete nonsense. So yeah, guess what? You'll get rid of your acne if you eat real fucking food. And she's gonna be like, no, eating butter. She's missing nutrients. She's missing no nutrients. Did this woman say that's all she eats? Here's everything I ate to heal my skin from cystic acne, psoriasis, and eczema. Lots of butter, ground beef, fatty meat like flank and short ribs. So she's not just eating the same thing. She's just eating meat. She's eating essentially carnivore. Yeah, makes sense. As if the carnivore diet wasn't restrictive enough. You know, and I'm not saying you have to eat completely carnivore. Some of you do. It's not restrictive at all. And if you're thinking about literally eating ground beef, every day and only that, restrictive, I mean, yeah, it's the same meal. Okay. It's the same. You're eating the same things. Okay, fine. There's a lot of different kinds of meat. So if you're doing carnivore, there's what? 1 million different combinations and different ways to cook and different cuts and how many different combinations? Endless, right? And you don't have to be complete carnivore, which is what she's saying, which is like, okay, like, yeah, I get logic and common sense, but obviously she healed her terrible skin and stuff like that from not taking the advice that she puts out nonstop. She puts out advice saying that, yeah, seed oils are not the enemy. Seed oils are fine. It's just fear mongering. She's telling you to eat processed foods. This woman, of course she takes offense to it, because this other woman's saying, hey, I cleared all this stuff out by cutting out this garbage. And Abby's like, well, you could have eaten this other garbage too, and it probably would have been the same thing because it's literally IGF-1. And that's the only reason oh, stop. She wants you to go eat more pesticides. So we'll see how those pesticides, feed into that. Not to mention most women are on birth control and all these other endocrine disruptors, which is bad for acne and stuff like that also. And it'll send you through these weird fucking cycles and stuff because you're essentially poisoning yourself. So anyway, on this day, Abby was, again, retarded. So it's upsetting. It's upsetting. It's unfortunate, but we're used to it. We're used to it here. Just another Abby Tard video. All right. Let's see. Eat the bugs and live in the pod. Oops, Canadian detected. Opinion rejected. All right, let's see what we got. Anyone else? Anyone else with psoriasis or eczema, acne? Drop your stories in the comments down below. But, like this weird fear mongering or, I don't know. Yeah, I don't sit there and eat butter, but like when I'm cutting, if I'm cooking a steak and I'm like, we have butter in a container and I cut it and there's a little piece, I eat it. I'm not sitting there like chewing on a stick of butter. I have taken a bite of it. I mean, it's great, but I'm not sitting there just like eating butter. But sure, you can definitely do it. And if you have, like that girl, if you have cystic acne and things are that bad, sure, of course, you should take it to that. I don't say it's extreme. It's not extreme. You're just swapping out things that are likely causing you problems. And then you're filling in the gaps and you're eating only those foods because you need your nutrition and you need your calories and you need your protein, your fats and all that stuff. So you're just making better choices, avoiding things that are fucking you up. So obviously it works. And I know personally it works. It does work. But people like her always get like scared when you're like, oh my God, she's not eating tons of leaves. She's not eating beans. She's not eating nuts. Oh my God, how is she going to get her nutrition? Well, maybe because an animal like a cow that can actually process these things eats the grass and eats the shit that we can't fucking process. And they have 4 stomachs, so they can actually extract the nutrients. And then we eat the cow and then we get all the nutrients that are readily available for humans. Eat some raw liver. Change your life. Let's see. Elizabeth, let's get some stories. Cleared up my acne by quitting pasteurized milk, then going carnivore. I've not had breakouts since. It's been almost a decade. Bingo. Yep. People think that it's dairy. Dairy is bad. Dairy's bad. Dairy. I used to be on that train. No, don't drink dairy. Dairy's from milk's for baby cows. Well, that's because pasteurized milk is poison. Pasteurized milk is not digested well. Pasteurized milk destroys the bacterial profile. You know, raw milk doesn't go bad the way pasteurized milk does. You know, that whole trope, you smell the milk. Oh my God, it's rancid. Ever have raw milk go bad? You barely smell it. Maybe you taste it. It's a little bit sour, kind of. It has a little tang to it. Like, this is not fresh, but it doesn't go bad. It doesn't go bad in the same way because it has a balanced bacterial profile. When you pasteurize, you kill the good and the bad bacteria, and then it can just go rancid. You're removing all the fats, so it changes the whole balance. It's not good. It's not good. The great Dr. Delta, eczema patient here. I've been putting berberine, shea butter, and manuka honey on it. It's mild compared to what has been before. I've also been drinking dandelion and beetroot mix with pure water. Whoa. Have you done the carnivore? All right. Castile soap. Yeah, all those things are good. Yeah, getting rid of a lot. Look, I'm telling you. And everyone, this is why the elimination diet, a proper one, is moving towards carnivore. And then again, right? It's the same thing with volume. Train intensely, do less volume, and then add if you need to. Go carnivore and then add certain things that work well for you. Maybe you're going to find that most fruits aren't good or you don't like them. Maybe you'll find certain ones I like. Maybe you'll find, I can do a little bit of sweet potatoes now and again, but if I have rice, it fucks me up. Or if I have this, it messes me up. And I really like to only do carnivore, maybe with select fruits. Okay, guess what? Your life, your stomach, your gut, your preferences, do it. You know? But you are the tester. You are responsible for these things. And people don't realize that they can actually investigate and see for themselves. They just want to be told what to do. So it's like, okay, if you just follow people and just be like, hey, Papa, what do you eat? I'll eat that. You're not really doing any research. You're not really learning anything. You're just copying what I do, which is based on my life, my body, my genetics, my gut, my preferences, what I've cultivated over the years. And your gut biome is something that you cultivate. But a lot of people don't even have a gut biome because they just take antibiotics every other fucking month. They scratch their knee and they take an antibiotic and then they just bomb their gut with like a nuclear holocaust. So they have to start from scratch. So anyway, Mark says, I would always have breakouts. And once I went more nutrient dense, it cleared it up. Very nice. Oh, let's see. Andy's 5289. Cutting out low-fat dairy and whey protein cured my cystic acne. Interesting. And also, you guys need to also understand too, there's also like the histamine effect, right? If you're eating a lot of like leftover meals, a lot of times people have this issue because they cook food in advance. If you meal prep in advance and it goes past a couple of days, those foods are much higher in histamine content. If you're not heating them back up and like putting it back on the stove or heating it back up again, you can have reactions just from a histamine effect because of the buildup of bacteria. So you want fresh food as much as you can and you want to reheat it so you don't get those histamines. And I felt much better because I used to do a lot of cold steak. I like the taste. It's simple. I'm just used to like taking it out and eating it, but I feel much better. I have much less like mucus production. I would get like stuffy nose at night if we had like leftovers, stuff like that. So there's a lot of important things also with histamine response also and eating fresh food. We don't do leftovers anymore. If there's like some leftover this, we just try not to have leftovers or we toss it. I really don't like doing leftovers that much anymore. Try to avoid it whenever possible. Let's see. Mike, eating eggs, fish, and beef. My doctor said I will get cancer. You'll get cancer. You get ear cancer listening to that stupid shit. Eggs, fish, and beef. Your doctor said I'll get cancer. Any specific? The same doctors that will probably give you 5 experimental gene therapy injections and 6 boosters. You're going to get cancer from eating eggs, fish, and beef. Yeah, okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Sure. Well, this is why people, when you have an allergic response to something, you take an antihistamine, right? And that it's the same effect as eating leftover food or old food. And if you go from 0 to having a lot of fermented foods all the time, like you can have a histamine response. Just important to understand what you're consuming. Okay, let's see. This is called Protests Are Beautiful. Well, that's not really. Protests are beautiful. Well, maybe the First Amendment is something special, but the people that are at protests are not beautiful. Let's put it that way. So they're pretty horrifying. pretty horrifying because you have a lot of ugly people at protests because they can't find love and acceptance anywhere else. So they have to go and yell in the street, and just a bunch of angry, fat, purple haired lunatics. Usually, unfortunately. All right.
Minneapolis, just look at what we've been seeing. It's so fantastic. People come.
Oh my God. Is this Kamala fucking Harris? Holy shit. Is she still yapping? Is she still out there doing shit? Is that actually true? Are people actually pretending like she's going to run for president in 2028? I hope so, because then she could get destroyed again. No one's going to vote for that fucking idiot. Why is she still running her fucking mouth? All right. Anyway, let's play that again. Sorry for the ear cancer.
Minneapolis, just look at what we've been seeing. It's so fantastic. People coming out with their whistles, their smartphones, and videotaping, and with perfect strangers and aiding perfect strangers. It's been so beautiful to see. And again, this is what I mean about we have the light inside of us. Like we got to focus on this, which is that when people band together and we remember the strength of community, and we remember the strength of coalition,
the strength of coalition,
the power in, it's cliche, the power in the numbers, right? I mean, this is the antithesis of what we're saying with these titans of industry who have been capitulating full time instead of remembering that age old thing. There's power in numbers. Why aren't they banding together? Because they know this stuff is wrong. Right. But they're worried about, retribution or, getting their merger not being, granted or whatever. Yeah. But the power of numbers, like that's part of just that age. We teach that to kids, right?
Oh my God.
And that's in this, I don't know what it is. This image that you have put up. Look at that. Look at all these people coming.
It was unbelievable. I was struck.
Oh God, I'm stopping it. It's over. I'm looking closely. I have a feeling this is going to be an AI image. Is that an AI image? I can't really zoom in. It looks like some of the faces are like stretched. Who knows? I don't care. Ice out. Get ice out of like. Shut up. Shut up. Why did my phone? Be quiet. Stop. Just please stop. For all of us. Please stop. Please stop talking. Whew. All right. That was brutal. Brutal. Brutal indeed. Okay, we do have a Swole card to give away. We have the dun 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 dun. We have the Swole or Bust. Drop that in the comments down below. Swole or Bust. We'll give it away at the end of today's episode. Yesterday we had some new releases, new yoga. We talked about do I have that here? Did I close that? We have Merch Madness coming up. So we announced, we showed the bracket a little bit. We will have printable brackets that you guys can print out. You can select you can choose your characters. You can guess as to what the greater Swole fam community will post these face-offs publicly. And we're going to see who votes for which design and the winners inside the Swole fam. So anyone can play, but the Swole fam are the only ones that are going to be able to win prizes. And we'll have a first, second, and third place prize for the winner if you are able to accurately guess who or which merch will reign supreme. So Merch Madness. It's not starting now. Don't worry. We are finishing the details and we'll have all the breakdowns, but free to play and free to play, free to win. So it's going to be fun. Okie dokie. Let's get into the Swole card. Let's give this away. It's going to be awesome. Swole or Bust. Oh, and by the way, today I'm rocking, I don't think we wore this yesterday. I wore the I'm not racist, I just don't like you. Today, this is the brand new from like a week or two ago. Go to the Beep Boop Gym. Beep, beep, brr, brr, beep, beep. Look at the little beer logo. Where? Okay. Right there, beer logo. It looks like me. Look at that guy. We have PR2D2 and C3PR on the shirts. So check them out. Great merch. Great merch. Love it. Love it. Let me bring this up. Oh, it's so complicated. I don't know how anyone's going to figure this out. You know what? I think anyone that finds this complicated also might need help to get ID to vote. I think. for everyone that's like, this is so complicated. How am I ever going to choose and be like, hey, I like this design more than that. I'm going to select Optimus Pump for the next one. Yeah. Yeah. You might need help getting an ID so you can vote. So we'll make sure to provide those resources also. So black people won't be able to play this because they can't get voter ID. We know that. We know that. I'm sorry. I didn't make the rules. Democrats did. I'm sorry. I didn't call you retarded. They did. They did. Sorry. Sorry. Or they listened to Abby Sharp. All right. Let's do. All right. Let's get into. Let's see what else we got here. New releases. Oh, yeah. We got tapestries. Let's see some of these other releases that we have. That we've dropped over the last couple of weeks. Go to the Beep Boop Gym. Look at all those different designs. Of course, so many different colors. We have the Swole Bunny tapestries. We got the sweatshirts. Looks good in purple. We got the mugs. We have the I'm not racist. I just don't like you. Oh, by the way, that racist one, the I'm not racist. I just liked you. So 2 videos I tried posting on TikTok. TikTok is extremely, has shut down my account essentially again. So I posted one of the videos, like, go to the fucking gym, but I'm wearing the I'm not racist. I just don't like you. And in like 2 hours, I got 3 views. 3 views on my video on TikTok. 3. Not 30. 3. 3 views with like 6.5 or whatever million followers. 3. So I have to I'm like deleting, reposting. Like they got the boot on my neck over there. I just keep on trying to pop one through because I want to make fun of people. And I'm trying to make some people cry on TikTok. I'm trying to make some kids cry and they won't let me. They won't let me. It's what a shitty app. That app sucks. It's gotten worse and worse. I don't know if anyone uses that anymore. But I posted just because, all right, I'll try. So bad. So bad. It's so rough. I think let me see. I think I posted one a little bit. Yeah, come on, Xi Jinping. Come on. We're coming for you, Xi. Iran was first. We're coming to you next. Gonna make TikTok. Oh, again? Oh, it happened again. I posted another one. Yeah. So I posted another one an hour ago. It's gotten 3 views. 3. How do you get that's hard. How do you get 3 views? How do you get 3? Like, that's the number. 3. 3. Posted an hour ago. 3. 3. 3. It's a great shirt. It's a great shirt. I'm just telling people to go to the fucking gym. Like, now you're going to draw the line? Now you're going to say, oh, that's too much. You just yell at people to go to the fucking gym for 10 years. And no. All right. Palantir. Yeah, Palantirs. Yeah. The NSA took it over. Oh, well. All right, let's see what we got here. We got a throwback. Not bad. All right, let's give away today's Swole card. Fam, are you ready? Swole or bust? Let's give it away. Here we go. You dropped in the comments. Yeah, you guys should all make accounts and you can all repost the content. We'll make going to the fucking gym great again. Swole or bust. All right, we got a winner, Monsieur, Mr. Sigmund. Congratulations. Congratulations. J. Sigmund 87, today's winner of the Swole or bust. Making gains, taking names. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 3589 in the subject, your mailing address, and the body of the email.
And that's the way, I like it. KC on the Sunshine Band.
Congratulations. All right, fam, we have a throwback to wrap it up. Let's get into it. And of course, we'll have another amazing man cast tomorrow. Don't nobody go nowhere. We'll see you tomorrow for another amazing show. This one's Throwback 602.
Liberation is the best thing to focus on?
Nope.
Absolutely.
Gym City.
With body liberation, the focus is on how everyone has the right to exist in their body without experiencing any kind of discrimination due to it.
You're welcome to do what you want, but you're not exempt from logic and common sense and from other people's opinions and societal standards. So
shut up, bitch.
Wow, that's powerful. The fact of the matter is, no one is liberated as long as there are still people who are not.
this is what Marxism is. This is the goal. All right. It's never done. It's always about the revolution. It's always like that with communists and with leftists, with Marxists. It's always the revolution. That's always there. In other words, there's always going to be someone who's not, quote, liberated. How do you liberate someone? No one is liberated as long as there's still people who are not. What the fuck does that mean? Permanent victimhood. You can't liberate people. The whole goal, again, right? The goal of all these libtards, it's not to actually end racism. It's to promote racism so they can continue to play the victim. And they can continue to use the victim card for whatever group or whatever category or thing that they want to push next. You know, whatever flag they want to put in their bio. Fucking Iran or whatever's next. So the next big thing. So, you know, all these problems, homelessness, the goal is not to stop homelessness. The goal is to perpetuate it indefinitely, grift off the government, get a lot of free money, and make it worse so you can keep on fighting for homelessness. You can't fight for something if it's gone. You can't get money and you can't leverage any power if the thing that you're trying to marginalize doesn't exist. So it has to exist and it has to be worse than ever. That way you can, you know, virtue signal. So anyway, let's go to the gym. Let's not be retarded today. Let's try because the world has enough of that. Let's do better. Let's go to the fucking gym. Let's make some gains. Let's join the fam over at swolenormousx.com. Not retarded at all. Join the Swole fam. Absolutely zero retardation. Muchos IQ points. And of course, you can go to notretarded.com if you want to pick up some merch. Beep Boop Gym. We got some hats. We got tapestries. We got a lot of tapestries.
This is a castle, isn't it? There are tapestries.
We have many tapestries.
We have many tapestries. And it's all over there at papasfolio.com. Buy one, get one 50% off tapestries. So not only does no one else have tapestries, no one else has the tapestries that we have, and no one else is running a BOGO 50% off on tapestries. So what are you waiting for? No one knows. Head on over there, pick up some merch. We'll see you inside the fam. Make it a great day. I agree, Elizabeth. Fuck everyone's resolutions. Go to the fucking gym. No one's talking about resolutions anymore. No one's talking about it. We had resolutions two months ago. I don't make resolutions. The Democrats make resolutions. And no one should make resolutions. You should go to the fucking gym. Everyone should go to the fucking gym. Bigly. Get huge. Get a bigly chest. Big chest. No one's got a bigger chest than we do. We're going to make chests big again. We're going to make chesticles great. We're not cutting them off. We're making them bigger. We're bringing back big old chesticles. So go to the fucking gym. No losers allowed. Only people that want to make sick fucking gains. And we hope you make many of those. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace, McGee's, deuce, Magoose. Ya boy, Papa Swolio.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like...
Yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint you. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. Our topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies, you children popping.